Test.
Test.
Take all of your wasted honor, every little past frustration. Take all of your so-called problems, better put them in quotations. Say what you need to say, 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 say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Walking like a one-man army, fighting with the shadows in your head, living out the same old moment, knowing you'd be better off instead if you could only say what you need to say, 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 say what you need to say. Have no fear for giving in. Have no fear for giving over. You'd better know that in the end, it's better to say too much than never to say what you need to say again. Even if your hands are shaking, faith is broken, even as the eyes are closing. Do it with a heart wide open. Say what you need to say. 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 Say what you need to. Say what you need to. Say what you need to say. 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 Say what you need to say.
Wow, what an intro this was today. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's 2/4/24. It's got to be something special today, don't you think? I do. Welcome to everybody here in person and to our online community, to Unity Spiritual Center Spokane. As our mission states, we are a vibrant community growing through spiritual practices and love. My name is Alan Bassan, and I'll be your platform assistant this morning. Now, if everybody can take just a moment and silence those phones of yours, it would be greatly appreciated. And in case you're feeling a little of the winter doldrums, like we have outside today, I think you'll appreciate the fact that this is the 46th day of winter, and we have 44 days left till spring, so we're more than halfway through this. What's that? Can we have an escort him? Security's right. As always, we want to begin our time together by sharing our opening affirmation. Together we affirm, there is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the good. This is Unity's foundation principle. One presence, one power, one life, living through and as each and every one of us. This morning we will hear from Reverend David McClure, and his topic is, If You Say So. Reverend David will also lead our meditation. Our music today is provided by Unity Choir. That will be followed by Steve with a reading and opening prayer. But first, our song leaders will start us off with a song.
Join us in singing Scott's brand new song.
God is all that there is, all that ever has been, all that ever will be. Oh God, the only real thing, the only thing true, it's me and it's you. Each day we awake, our voices will raise, and the heavens will ring with the song of all we sing. God is all that there is, all that ever has been, all that ever will be. Oh God, living as you, ever your source, making everything new. Each day we awake, our voices will raise, and the heavens will ring with the song of all we sing. God is all that there is, all that ever has been, all that ever will be. Oh God, the light that I see, always right here, is passing through me. Each day we awake, our voices will raise, and the heavens will ring with the song of love we sing. God is all that there is, all that ever has been, all that ever will be. Oh God is all that there is, all that ever has been, all that ever will be. Oh God, oh
Morning. The reading today is taken from the book Practical Metaphysics by Dr. Eric Butterworth. One of the most remarkable statements of the entire Bible is the word, life and death are in the power of the tongue. This is an especially startling idea because most of us, if we're really honest with ourselves, have given very little thought or attention to our words. To the things we say, we simply take speech for granted. We learn to speak, for the most part, through no conscious effort.
By the time we're old enough to understand the strange, powerful, and doubtful noises that we call speech, it has become simply reflex behavior, such as eating, chewing, breathing, or coughing. We just talk. What is there to say about it? You just say what you want to say. So it hardly occurs to us that there is anything about speech to be understood. Most of us never really come to understand the power of speech all through our lives. We talk a lot about the art of conversation. This is considered to be especially good manners for a social situation. The person keeps up a perpetual babble of nothings without giving any serious thought to what he's talking about, or whether the things he says have anything constructive or creative to add to the world or to the situation at all. In America, we have seen a great swing all the way from fad to serious preoccupation concerning dieting. An awful lot of folks are on a diet right now, and I would think wouldn't even ask for a show of hands, because you probably wouldn't be surprised at how many are. Depends on the time of the week. Sometimes we go on a diet on Monday, and we're off it by Tuesday. But a watchword has been the nutritionist axiom, you are what you eat. Certainly this is a very important realization, that whatever we put into our bodies has a tremendous influence on our health and well-being. I'm sure all of us are giving much more serious thought to that than we did in previous times. The student of metaphysics comes very quickly to agree with Jesus and his rather startling words when he says, "Not that which entereth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth." In other words, what comes out of our mouth is really more important than what goes in. At first, this seems to go against the grain with the diet faddist, but it really doesn't at all. It's an added thing. It's a supplementary consciousness, something which is equally important. So we might better, or at least also, engage in a diet or a fast from negative words. That's probably a little more difficult than a fast from carbohydrates and sweets and various other things that we're trying to cut down on. And now for our morning prayer. Sit back and relax and feel and listen from your heart. Here, prayer is used all day, every day. Today I ask for help, not only seeing things differently, but in saying things differently. Today I will know my true self. Today I want to take ownership of the words that are coming out of my mouth. Today I know that I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent the one who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because the one who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever I am guided to be, knowing the one who sent me goes there with me. I will be healed as I let the one teach me to heal and what to say. Today I am willing to see past illusions to the truth. Today I am willing to become a little child and be taught by the only one who knows. Today I step back and let go of all my unhealed thoughts and offer them to the light of the divine, that I might see them for the nothingness they are. Today I am willing to remember who and where I am always. Today I am willing to be happy instead of right. Today let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in the sight of that which is my strength and my transformer. Today my tongue is tamed. The words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart are sweet and good and acceptable to the truth I know. And the truth I know is that I am always in the presence of the one who sent me. And so it is.
You say I am yours. Wow and double wow. I asked the choir to sing that song, and Janice said, sure thing. And I'm so glad. You all look like you were enjoying singing that song. We were enjoying hearing it too, very much. Well, good morning again, Spokane. Good morning. Here we go again. Okay. The past, present, and future walked into a bar. Thank you for that. It was tense. I used to play piano by ear, but now I've used my hands. I'm trying to organize a hide-and-seek competition, but finding good players is hard. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener. Well, that's it for today, folks. Yeah, right. It was American author Dean Koontz who said that words are a thing of beauty, each like a magical powder or potion that can be combined with other words to create powerful spells and powerful meanings. So what I want to share with you this morning is that I've seen your future, and I've seen mine as well. And to do this, all I had to do was listen to the words that pour out of our mouths. That will determine what tomorrow is like and the day after, especially the words we use to describe ourselves and our lives. When you say things, for example, like, this is going to be a great day, or things always work out for me, do you realize that you are prophesying your future? As many of you know, Unity publishes a monthly magazine called, are you ready for this? Daily Word. And each day you're given what is called an affirmation. And for example, the word for today, does anybody know what the word for today is? Joy. Joy. Today is joy, and this is the affirmation. Joy is mine through all the seasons of my life. Joy is mine through all the seasons of my life. Let's affirm those words together. Joy is mine through all the seasons of my life. If we could say that every day for the rest of our lives, what a difference it might make. The purpose of an affirmation, these are all, Daily Word is a series of affirmations, and it is the purpose of an affirmation to make something firm, to make firm or solidify a spiritual idea in our consciousness. It's a powerful way of manifesting and identifying with the quality of truth. Words become happenings. They become our lives. Actually, every word that comes out of your mouth is an affirmation of something. And a lot of our words aren't very positive, and certainly not very flattering. Most of us throw our words around carelessly like confetti at a wedding. For example, how about these words? Try these on for size and see if you've ever caught yourself saying these words. Well, it's cold and flu and COVID season. I'll probably get one of those, or maybe two of them in the days ahead. Or I've tried every diet out there and I still can't lose weight. Amen. Or I'm such an idiot. What was I thinking? Any of these sound familiar to you? Yeah. The law of cause and effect says, okay, if you say so. That's what the law of cause and effect says. When Don and I lived in Kailua, Hawaii, every year there was a 4th of July parade, and while we were there, we had our Unity Church in Kailua represented in the parade. We had wasn't a float, it was a truck that we had. And one year we had this big truck and it had a sign on it that said, complaint free. And we had people on the truck throwing rubber bracelets out to the crowds that were lining the streets. And on the bracelet there were these words, complaint free. And there was a little tag on each one with instructions. Here's some of the instructions. So get our official complaint-free bracelets and put it on either wrist. And I've got one on this morning I made up myself, and you can make one with just using a thick rubber band or paper or whatever you would like to do. Now, you switch the bracelet to the other hand, to the other wrist, every time you say or write a complaint. And the purpose is to keep it on until you have reached a point where you are complaint-free for 21 days. And you are then a certified complaint-free person. Now, this was started by a Unity minister named Will Bowen in Kansas City a number of years ago, and the idea became so popular that Bowen appeared on Oprah and on the Today Show and many other programs. Hundreds of thousands took this challenge and began to share with Bowen that simply by reforming their mental hardware, their hard drive, they relieved themselves of many things, such as chronic pain, healed relationships, improved careers, and made themselves overall happier than they had ever been before. When they discovered this incredible revelation, they discovered how rote their conversations had been without even giving them any thought. So let me ask you this. Do you think you can go 21 days without blurting out a complaint? Now, stop complaining, will you, please? Thank you. While we were giving them out, Donna and I also had bracelets on, and my personal best for not complaining, gossiping, or criticizing was about 6 hours. I think Donna got up to 8 hours. And here we were, ordained Unity ministers, fans of the daily word. People were surprised at how automatic and rote their conversations were. Someone asked how we are, and without giving any thought, we say, well, I'm fine. But then if you dig a little deeper, you may find yourself going into the all-famous organ recital. You know, it hurts there, it hurts here, this is going on in my body over there. Or if someone tells us that their great aunt Ethel has cancer, we may say, oh, I'm sorry, that's horrible. And we think we're being supportive of that person. We think that we're really being in touch with what's going on in their lives. We have no idea how powerful that's horrible can be for someone who told us about their Aunt Ethel, and ultimately what we have just told ourselves. That's horrible. And while we're blurting out our standard responses, our brain is rapidly leafing through the file of information that we've stored thus far about cancer, or cancer in general, or about our friend. And this is totally unrelated to who has the cancer at this point. For me, if they like, I can give a short dissertation about cancer, and I've done it from this podium and other places. It's going to be in my new book coming up too. But the bottom line is this: you can change your world by changing your words. Words call in victory or defeat for every one of us every day. It was Jesus who had a way with words, who said this: "For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The good person brings good things out of a good treasure, and the evil person brings all evil things out of an evil treasure. I tell you, on the day of judgment, you will have to give an account for every careless word you utter. For by your words you shall be justified, and by your words you shall be condemned." Now, condemnation, the day of judgment, is not some time off in the future when we're at the pearly gates and St. Peter is checking his book to see how we've done. The day of judgment is every time you open your mouth. Every time you speak. The law of cause and effect, the power of the spoken word, goes into operation and begins saying, okay, if you say so, that's the way it's going to be. It registers and returns to either bless us or to slow us down. In the Gospel of John, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us." That's not just God's word, that's your word and my word. Our words are becoming flesh and dwelling among us and those who have to live with us and be a part of our lives. And so whether you know it or not, your words are fixing to become flesh and dwell among you. The Greek word for word is logos. And in the Christian Bible, it means much more than just word. The original definition of logos implies the conscious intent that is in and behind your spoken words. Joel Osteen, who is the pastor at Houston's Lakewood Church, was quoted as saying, "You can change your world by changing your words." Every day when you wake up, we can say, "Good morning, God." Or you can say, "Good God, morning." You know? Every day we get the chance to bless the day or to curse it. We can use words to describe a situation, or we can use it to change a situation. You can call your besties to complain how your husband never compliments you, or you can tell the tale of how you first fell in love with that same husband. Both are true stories. You can make your choice which one you're going to blurt out with. Each one of us has a completely different energy, and replaying negative stories only adds energy to them and substance to them, and sends out frequencies that attract more events that simply reinforce that frequency. Dr. Terry Cole Whitaker, remember her? Yeah, she was awesome. She said, some people daily chant, I ain't got no money, and wonder why they don't have money. Others chant, I'm not worthy or good enough, and wonder why they are discouraged and not able to have the relationship, the career, or the life they desire. And she says, people language themselves into lives they don't want. Think about that. We language ourselves into lives that maybe we don't want. For those of us who've been around unity for very long, we have come to know that the universe wants us to prosper, to heal us, to open doors for us. But if we keep blathering on about, oh, woe is me, the universe has no choice but to match you frequency for frequency. It's kind of like an order at McDonald's. If you give an order for a Big Mac, don't be surprised if you get an Egg McMuffin. You know, if you can't get a Big Mac if you're ordering an Egg McMuffin. You get what you order, usually at McDonald's most of the time. So what's on your menu for today? That's what I want to know. I've gone about as far as I can go. I can't do that. I'd be wasting my time. Or how about words like this? I am so blessed. Let's all affirm that together. I am so blessed. There, it's registering in the universe. There's plenty more where that came from. Let's affirm that. There's plenty more where that came from. You better believe it. New doors and new opportunities are opening to me now. Together, new doors and new opportunities are opening to me now. When we get our words going in the right direction, obstacles clear out, things turn around, and life starts to work for us. Remember the song from Oklahoma, oh, what a beautiful morning. Everything is going my way. Aldous Huxley, in his classic book, Brave New World. How many of you read Brave New World? That was an awesome book. He says, words can be like x-rays. If you use them properly, they'll go through anything. In the book of Matthew, chapter 8, there are a couple of instances. Jesus came down from the mountainside, large crowds followed him, and a man with leprosy came and knelt before him and said, Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean. And Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man and said, I am willing. Be clean. And immediately he was clean. He was healed of leprosy. And then the other incident in the same chapter, Jesus entered Capernaum, and a centurion came to him asking for help, saying, Lord, my servant lies at home paralyzed, suffering terribly. And Jesus said to him, shall I come and heal him? And the centurion replied, Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority with soldiers under me. I say to this one, go, and he goes, and I say to that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. And when Jesus heard this, he was amazed and said to those following him, truly I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith. And then Jesus said to the centurion, go, let it be done just as you have believed. And his servant was healed in that moment. Well, you say, well, sure, that was Jesus. His words are life-changing, but little old me, don't even say little old me. You are the Christ, nothing less. than the Christ. The laws that apply to Jesus apply to you and to me, all of them. You and I have spent enough time being beat up by another's words or beating ourselves up with our own self-criticism. Cheryl Richardson said once, if beating ourselves up worked, we'd all be thin, rich, and happy. And so today I'm inviting you to have your way with words. I'm challenging you to use your words to call in the good, to declare the truth of who you are, and to place your faith in the power of the spoken word. And there's some steps in this process. The first step, acknowledge that what you've been noticing in your life now is only temporary unless you intend to cement it day after day by complaining about it with your words. But if it's the truth about you, then let it etch in stone in your consciousness. Again, Jesus speaking to the scribes and Pharisees says, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. The good person brings forth good things out of the good treasure, and the evil person brings evil things out of the evil treasure. I tell you, on the day of judgment, you will have to give an account for every careless word you utter. For by your words you shall be justified, and by your words you shall be condemned. You know, even on the cross, Jesus said, Father, my God, why have you forsaken me? But then he follows it up. He cancels that out by saying, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. So saying these things for ourselves makes a difference to those who are hearing us as well. Those who were hearing Jesus that day remembered those words and copied them down. So step one again, acknowledge what you have been noticing in your life. It's only temporary unless you intend to cement it. If it is to be temporary, then etch it in stone. Step number 2 is, for the next 3 days, refrain from bitching and complaining. As Bob Marley used to say, a complaint is an invitation to the devil. So make yourself a no complaint bracelet. I made one out of a thick rubber band this morning. There it is. And it says no complaints on it. And so, Donna, you tell me if I complain today. And if I do, I have to switch it over to the other end and start all over again. Okay. I'll talk to you later about that. Say the following words out loud. Thank you for this fabulous day. Together? Fabulous day. I can hardly wait to see the good in it. Okay, and another step in this process. Pick out a complaint that you've been using over and over and over again until we're all tired of hearing it from you. You know, like, oh, my aching back, or whatever it may be. Or I'm no good at remembering things. Pick something that your friends and dear ones will recognize immediately, and then play the opposite game with that word. Oh, my beautiful back, my strong back, my powerful back. I remember everything perfectly today. And see what happens when you do that. Tell yourself a different story for the next 3 days. Milk it for all it's worth and act like Meryl Streep. Now, the evidence of this, see how long you can go. Is it possible to change your consciousness through simply words. That's the experiment that I challenge you, each and every one, with today. Many years ago, a beloved pope died and went to heaven. And St. Peter greeted him with a firm embrace and said, "Welcome, Your Holiness. Your dedication and unselfishness in serving your fellow man during your life has earned you great stature here in heaven. You may pass through the gates without delay, and you're granted access to all of heaven, every part of it, every room, every location in heaven." And St. Peter said, "You are also granted an open door policy at your discretion, of course, to meet with every leader in our kingdom here, including the Father, without prior appointment. Is there anything else that we can help you with?" And he says, "Well, I've pondered some of the great mysteries of life and puzzled and been confounded by theologians throughout the ages. Perhaps if you have a storehouse of transcripts that recorded the actual conversations between God and the prophets of old, I'd be interested in going to that place." And St. Peter said, "I would love to show you that by all means." And so he ushered the Pope into the heavenly library and explained to him how to retrieve the various documents. And the Pope was thrilled and sat down, settled in to read humanity's relationship with God. 2 years later, a scream of anguish pierced the quiet of the library. "Ah!" Immediately, several of the saints and the angels came running, and they found the Pope pointing to a single word on a piece of parchment and repeating it over and over again. And the Pope said, "There's an R in it." And they wondered, "What do you mean there's an R in it?" "It's celebrate." So this week, let's celebrate the power of the spoken word. Let's exchange complaints for praise. Let us exchange enthusiasm for complaints and dragging ourselves around. Don't let words get you down. Let words build you up and keep building you up. Thank you very much. God bless. Yep, I'm still on. That's right. It's time to meditate. Oh, I know what I was going to do for meditation today, too. If I can find it. Here, where did I put it? Where's my daily word? There it is. We're going to meditate on today's daily word. That's what we're going to do. So take a moment to let go and create some space in you for something brand new. Something true about you that has always been true about you and always will be. Today's daily word is joy. Joy is mine through all the seasons of my life. Joy is mine through all the seasons of my life. Can you affirm that with me together? Joy is mine through all the seasons of my life. Throughout your life, joy has always been part of you. Like the sun that is always shining, even when obscured by clouds. Joy is there. Joy has always been there in your happiest moments and also in your darker times. It keeps you present in life as it unfolds, responds, and adapts. Joy enables you to accept what you cannot change, and it gives you the courage to change what you can. Joy is much more than a feeling. Joy is a part of you. A way to feel the presence of God and live from your spirituality. Joy is the anchor that keeps you rooted in peace and wholeness. Joy is the wings that help you soar through the open skies of imagination and choice. Your spiritual identity has its foundation in the divine idea of joy. And you carry it with you wherever you go, in everything you do. As we read in the 16th Psalm, you show the path of life. In your presence, there is fullness of joy. So for the fullness of joy, which is mine, and I claim it today, all through this day and beyond, I now give thanks. So it is. Amen.
invitation. We are one. We are one. We are one with thee. We are one with love. Are one with God. We are one with transformation. We are one with the bounties of creation. We are one with the sacred invitation. We are one with the gift of transformation. We are Spirit, we are Spirit, we are one with peace, one with love, one with God. Oh, we are one. We are one. We are one with love.
The miracle occurred while that song was going on. I got handed this bracelet, multicolored bracelet, and it just so happens that Gay Ribble, back at the back now, designed these guys. It just says Unity on them, but it will work just fine. And Deanna tells me they got a whole bag of them back there, so if you want one of these, it's fun to play the game. Pardon? It's yours for the taking. There's no charge involved unless you want to give something. Anyway, I'm going to stand down here to do the offering blessing. Anyone wants to stand with me can come on down and come up. Well, hello there. Yeah. Thank you. Our giving blessing for today, no matter how you give, what you give, where you give, those of you watching us online, you know how to reach us and how to share what's yours to share. And this is a group of words, powerful words. Let's speak our affirmation together. I know that my giving blesses, multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I give thanks for the abundance is mine to share. Thank you. we're going to hire this guy. He's off on another planet. These gifts, like our words, are spirit, and they are life. And they do go and accomplish whereunto they are sent. And we are grateful. So it is. Amen.
Boy, thank you to all the musicians today. That was just beautiful. Thank you all. And Janet for that song. All right, and David, I started thinking if I put that bracelet on and I switched it every time I have it play, I'd get nothing else done. Jeez. But that's just me. Please join me in our unity statement. Everybody, unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, for we know that there is only one power, one present, and one life. So whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual journey of transformation, you're welcome here. If there's anyone here for the first time and you feel comfortable raising your hand, we would love to say hello and offer you a packet of information about us and a free drink at our barista stand. So please keep your hands up long enough for our ushers to find you if you're actually here. Do we see any first timers? All right. Welcome. For those of you here in person, as well as those watching online that are new to our ministry, we encourage you to sign up for our e-news to learn more about our upcoming transformational speakers, workshops, and events. You can sign up for our email newsletter by scanning the QR code you see on the screen, or out around the center, or on our website at unityspokane.org. We would also like to connect with you on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for Unity Spiritual Center Spokane, and you'll find us. Thank you all for joining us today. Our chaplains today are Steve and Al, who have been holding the service in prayer for us today. Al will be available to pray with you immediately following the service right down here. So if you have something that is heavy on your heart or something that you want to help celebrate, please come see Al. Thank you guys for your service. We would like to encourage anyone who is in need of prayer support to fill out a prayer request form that you'll find in the seat pocket in front of you or on the table as you enter the sanctuary. You can put them in one of our prayer boxes located in the back as you exit or out in the atrium. You can also submit your requests through our online form on our website and in the e-news. Names are added to our prayer list here and are prayed upon for 30 days by both our prayer ministry and Silent Unity. And now, it's time for News You Can Use with Tricia.
That was quite the welcome. Thank you all. Good morning. Thank you. Okay, so just a little reminder, like Reverend David said, you can go ahead and find these in the bookstore out back for free. Thank you, Deanna. Hopefully you don't just see everybody passing back and forth all day long after this. Just a reminder, midday meditation is back up and running starting next Tuesday, or starting back in January 2nd. We started a while ago. Thank you, Deanna, for switching that slide. And right now I'd love to welcome up Gay because we're going to talk about our upcoming concert. My matching twin.
We're matching, yes, we got the memo. So this is not just a concert. This is going to be a party. And I want to make sure that every single person who is in here who has the opportunity to join us on February 9th gets a ticket today. Dave and I will be, out back. Anyone who is online who wants to come, just go to our Facebook page. There's a link there. It is going to be so much fun. Pamela Benton is a gift. She is truly amazing. Yes, please, yes. It's all different kinds of music. We're also going to have a dance hall because I know some of you cannot stay in your seats. It is going to be so much fun. I hope to see you all there. Come and party with us February 9th. Love you.
You know, we should have saved that excitement for the end, because here we go, back to our regular scheduled program. Chaplain training, starting March 12th. Go ahead and look on e-news, I believe. There is still some spaces open. Let's go ahead and join us if you'd like. And then we're having another sound bath. I don't know if any of you folks have attended one. I attended our first one last time, and there's just no way to describe it. It's so peaceful. You almost feel like you're sleeping, but you're just surrounded by this beautiful music. It's a type of calmness that's kind of hard to explain unless you're there. So go ahead and sign up through e-news as well. That's going to be on March 23rd, $30 per person. All right, you guys are off the hook with news.
Thank you, Tricia. All right, have our kids arrived? So blessed to have all this amazing youth ministry and all the adults that help them. Thank you, guys. Well, today is Birthday Sunday. So if you have a birthday in February, please stand, and if you're up here on the stage, raise your hand.
Hey, Alan, behind you, too.
So, all right, let's sing to these kids. Ladies? Jeff to come down.
Hey, so last week the kids raised some money and they had some boxes. Wanted to give you a little results. They don't even know this yet, so this is going to be a surprise for them. So they chose three places to put money to donate: Animal Shelter, Family Promise, and Unity. So the kids raised $35, and collectively we raised $57 for the Animal Shelter, $48 for Family Promise, and $33.90 for Unity, giving us a collection of $138 last week.
Thank you, Jeff, and thank you, kids. All right, let's now take a moment to bless all of our young people and those in service to our youth ministry with our children's blessing. Be the love you are, Sing the song you hear. Share your joy of life with people far and near. And for all of us, be the love we are. Sing the song we hear. Share our joy of life with people far and near. All right, guys, you can go back with whoever brought you, or find somebody new.
You brought me.
Oh, that's right. I brought you. Oh, we gotta switch that bracelet. All right, now please stand if you are able and join together for our closing prayer for protection, followed by the peace song. Together we affirm, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and that's the truth.
We mean it.